Hi, Mr. Minnick, giving my students a quick tutorial on how to set up the College Board PictureLab project, specifically in the IDE JGrasp. Here we go. Somewhere on the College Board website and or my website, I have directions on how to do this, but this video will also suffice. Currently, in 2018, if you go to PictureLab lecture notes and click that link and go down to objective number 2, I have the steps that I'm about to preview for you. In 5 years, that will no doubt be a different location on my website. But for now, we are stepping through these steps. So to be nice to my students, I've zipped the whole darn project into one downloadable file, so it's easier to obtain than it probably is if you go directly to College Board itself. So when you click on the word here, you're downloading this PictureLab zip file, and it plops itself into your browser's designated downloads folder, which on a Macintosh computer here, I'm going to go to Show in Finder. Sorry you didn't see that in the video, in case you're a Windows user. So when I do this Show in Finder, I can see my downloads folder, and this would work similarly on a Windows computer if you figure it out. And here we are with this zip file that's in my downloads folder. Now on a Mac computer, at least my Mac computer, I right-click and I go to Open with Archive Utility. Some way or another, find a way to open that compressed file, whether you're on a Windows computer, a Linux computer, or a Mac computer. When you open and uncompress that zipped file, you can now dive into it by double-clicking, or in this case, you can look at all the subfolders that were in there. That, Mr. Minnick, that's me, packaged up for you. And really, the College Board people gave us access to these files. Except for this file. I made that file so that when you double click it, theoretically, it opens up JGrasp on your computer if you do indeed have JGrasp installed. That opens up the project in a way that you can work with it directly in JGrasp. Now I'm crossing my fingers and double clicking that file. And I'm hoping that it opens it up in JGrasp, and it did. But if your computer isn't set up right, JGrasp might not know how to open it up correctly so that the PictureLab project is the one and only open project. So I'm going to pretend that that didn't work. I'm going to close that project. And I'm going to pretend that that didn't work. Real quickly, we're going to do a walkthrough of the files that are associated with this project before we do follow through with and open it up in JGrasp. I'm going to sort these alphabetically, these folders here. Don't worry about the Canvas directory or folder. It just gets made automatically in the way that I use JGrasp. We don't need it for anything in this curriculum this school year. Don't worry about the doc folder. It may or may not be useful down the road in this course. You don't need to understand that for the AP exam. And don't worry about the test folder. It's technically unnecessary. Do worry about the images folder, and do worry about the SRC source folder, because that's where all the code is that the College Board employee, Professor Barb Erickson, she made all those files, those Java source files, so that you can learn good theoretical concepts at the stage that you are of software development, specifically with Java. And in the images folder is just a bunch of pictures that she provided to us that we can work with as part of the exercises. So those two folders are important. The classes folder, that's just automatically generated bytecode that automatically gets created when you compile and execute projects. Don't worry about it. It could be deleted and it would recreate itself. Okay, so pretending that that doesn't work, to double click that, you could always open up JGrasp on your computer, and from within JGrasp, you could do a project open menu click, and then you could browse to your downloads folder to open up the project that you had just unzipped. So somewhere here in my very complicated downloads folder that I need to clean up, I have PictureLab. And within PictureLab's folder, there's that file from the perspective of JGrasp. Now, I don't recommend always working from your downloads folder, but you could. I should have copied the whole project folder, PictureLab, into my workspace folder, which this school year we named it Java Workspace, no space, all lowercase. And I'll leave it up to you to find your workspace folder and copy this PictureLab folder there, so that then you can open it up properly with JGrasp. Because every once in a while, for me, I delete everything that's in my downloads folder to clean it out. And I would not want to delete my PictureLab project, because then I'd have to re-download it, re-unzip it, and all that. Okay, I'm going to pause the video to help my current students that are in the classroom here in 2018. Wow, we have some rock stars here in 2018. Nobody really needed help. And there was somebody named Steven that would have been able to help people, and Ben if they needed it. Well, I'm now at the step where I'm double clicking from within JGrasp this GPJ file. And I do have the project open now in JGrasp. And notice how it's open because it says open projects and there's one open project there. So that one open project, it's best to browse the source files from here. It's not really best, in my opinion, for a beginner to be moving around in here and double clicking and opening up files, because that's not really opening a file. If you double click, say, color chooser here, it's not like as good as double clicking it here for reasons I don't want to really elaborate on. At any rate, I'm double clicking colorchooser.java here, and this is the first thing that Barb Erickson wants us to do in what's called A2, assignment 2, that's part of the 28 or 30 page PDF that you would download called PictureLab. So I'm going to stop the video here because this is all I meant to do in this video, showing you how to open up the PictureLab project so it's loaded on your home computer or your classroom computer.